Hey everybody, I'm AlishaTV with Extreme Business Makeovers 2010, and with me on the line is the proud son of Zig Ziglar, who's carrying on the pure and simple Ziglar philosophy to the new generation. We're talking about Tom Ziglar. Welcome to the show, Tom.
Oh, it's awesome to be here. Thanks, Alisha.
Oh, thank you. So we are going to see Zig Ziglar. We're going to meet Tom Ziglar and Howard Partridge all on stage in an audience of only 350 people. How awesome is that?
You know, that's pretty cool because, like, next week I'm with Dad in front of 15,000, so being there with 350 is just going to be fabulous. Well, for those of you who don't know, 3 years ago he took a tumble down the stairs and ended up with a pretty serious brain injury. The main impact was he lost, or his short-term memory now, as Dad says, my short-term memory is perfect. It's just very short. So after that injury, you know, Dad, he looked up from the hospital bed and said, "Let's go." And we said, "Wait a second, we've got to figure this out." And he said, "Well, you know I can't do it the old way, but I still got something to say, so let's figure out a new way." And ever since then, either myself or my sister Julie have gone out with him. We go on stage together, and we ask Dad the questions, and he gives the answer. All the answers are still there. His passion and his love for the audience are bigger and better than they've ever been. But we're there just to kind of keep him on track, because even though he gives a great answer, he can't remember that he's already given that answer. So sometimes we redirect. But I tell people, anything Dad says is worth repeating. So it's okay.
We'll repeat it, absolutely. It's repeated on Twitter and Facebook 1,000,000 times a day, so we don't mind hearing it.
That's right.
Well, how has your relationship with your dad changed since the incident?
Well, I tell you, you know, I've told many people this. I've learned more from Dad in the last 3 years than I have in my whole life. And the reason for that is that watching him in this great adversity, you know, he's 83 now. You know, a lot of people would use this as a reason to retire. You know, Dad just kind of said, "You know what? Life is too valuable, and there's too many people I want to meet and touch." So watching him walk the walk when it's been very difficult, always with a smile, always with an attitude of gratitude, never once complaining. It just kind of hit home to me that, you know, what Dad has always said, when something bad happens to you, you can either respond or react, and the choice is yours. And seeing him respond in a way that's touched so many lives just means that everything else he's always taught is that much more real and that much more true, because you know he believes it and he lives it.
Well, we love the idea, and we were talking earlier about transparency, and that really just highlights that even more.
Yeah, you know, in social media, which I'm a big fan of, and you even used the word earlier, authenticity, in a previous conversation, but I think transparency may be the most valuable asset you have. People are very savvy these days. They get so many inputs, and they can kind of smell if you're not who you say you are. If you're not, you know, if you're always wondering what to say next. And the easiest way to not get in that trap is just to be completely transparent about your wins and your losses and who you are and what you love and what you don't like. And because we've been transparent publicly with, you know, with the trial that Dad's going through, the amazing amount of love and respect and reception for people is just confirmation. That's what people want. There are, I would say, in any audience that we go to, I bet you 90% of the people are going through something that's hard. You know, it could be a relationship issue, it could be, you know, a business issue, a financial issue, any number of things. And when they see that, hey, we're going through something hard too, but because of our faith and our belief and our passion for what we do and our transparency, life is still good, then it gives them the hope and encouragement to go out and do something. So that's been very, very powerful.
Well, I'm sure the audience is going to really be able to feel the energy that you guys on stage are going to be, and all the wisdom you guys are going to be sharing on stage with us, because, like I said, this Extreme Business Makeover is an audience of 350 people, and they're all go-givers. So can you imagine what type of event we're talking about here, how exciting that is?
Yeah. You know, one of the reasons I'm excited is that not only are we going to have time on stage, but right after we're done, anybody who wants to come up and meet Dad, there's going to be some time to do that. And there's nothing more gratifying to me than to hear somebody's personal testimony about how some message or something that Dad wrote or some CD series that he put out years ago has had an impact in somebody's life. And when they tell Dad that impact, and I see Dad line up, and I see the gratitude of the person there, it's like it's a total win-win-win. Everybody around wins when that happens. There's nothing more fulfilling and probably more energizing than telling somebody else, you made a difference in my life. And so going there and being a part of that and seeing that happen, if you're listening and you're coming and you have a story you want to tell, you might even want to write it down and just hand him the note, because it'll do you more good than it will Dad. But I can tell you, Dad reads those things over and over again.
That's wonderful. So, yeah, if you're listening, definitely write this note out for Zig Ziglar.
Awesome. Looking forward to it.
This is going to be awesome, Tom. Thank you so much. All right, we'll see you there. Extreme Business Makeovers, April 23rd through the 25th. And Zig and Tom and Howard Partridge, they're going to be speaking on day 1. So you get to meet them on Friday, the 23rd. We'll see you there.